Hello and welcome to the Latah Valley Fiber Co podcast. My name is Tiffany. Today, this is episode 73. It is October 3rd. And if you're new around here, welcome. If you've been coming around for a while, welcome back. I have a new cast on and some works in progress to share with you. So let's get started. You can find me on Instagram at Latah Valley Fiber Co. You can check out my shop through Etsy, latahvalleyfiberco.etsy.com. If you'd like to direct message me, lvfiberco@gmail.com as well. So, I have a new cast on. Let's talk about that one first because I'm really excited about it. I needed something new and something different. So I cast on, I bought the pattern first. I was interested in doing a cowl, and I've done several patterns by Andrea Mowry, so I thought I'd look at her first. And I found the DRK Everyday Cowl, so I cast that on the 22nd. I'm using my own hand-spun yarn. I spun this up over last Christmas Advent, and I did barber pulling, which is 2 colors, 1 strand. So, I am almost done. This is a really fast knit, and I think that it was perfect for me. I was still working on my blankets, but I put a pause to my toddler dress or child's dress, and yeah, so it was perfect. Let's see, this is the front here. Okay, so if you've all knit this, then you know what's going on. You start at one end and you knit on the bias, which basically means I started here. I can't remember how many stitches I cast on, but you cast on a certain amount. Oh, I am doing the adult large, because I wanted to use up all of my hand spun. I have 3 more skeins, but I wanted to at least be able to use 1. And this is a cowl, so I didn't look at the yardage. I didn't check how much I needed. I didn't do a swatch. I used the right needle size for what she wanted. And yeah, you cast on here and you increase until you are like this. Well, maybe like this. So this section here will connect with this section like this. So that's at the top there, and you can see that I have 1 repeat to go. Well, you can see it more from this angle, but 1 full repeat of this section to go. And then you sew these together, or not sew, but Kitchener stitch. Yeah. Okay, so then it's going to look like like this. Okay, so I'm going to have this deep purple mainly and a little bit of light purple up here, and then on the back there'll be the dark purple and then this pink and purple. So in hindsight, now Andrea does give with this pattern a lot of different options. If you want to fade, she tells you how to do that. If you want to stripe, she tells you how to do that. I just started on the outside of my ball and started knitting. In hindsight, I would have pulled from the outside and the inside every other row. I think it would have looked a little bit more, it would have looked a little bit more uniform. This is more like color blocking. You've got a color here and a color here, and then, you know, this on the back, you've got this pinkish color. So that's, to me, that's color blocking, which I think it'll be fine. I like it. It's really soft. Oh, this is 100% merino. So it's very soft. And I like the idea of a cowl because you don't have to worry about the ends. You just pull it over your head and it stays where it's supposed to be. So I do like purple. I wear shades of purple quite a bit. So I think this will go really well with my wardrobe. I am planning to keep this one. Now I do have two other skeins. These. And I might do the same cowl, but do what I just said. Pull from the inside and the outside so it's more of a striping, maybe, would be nice. I would be interested in doing the fade, and I do have fade sets that I could maybe do one of those, but for now I wanted to use these, and I like this enough that I think it would be a great gift for people to keep you warm around your neck in the winter that's coming up. So this pattern I found was really easy. Once I got through a couple repeats, I'm like, oh, okay, I know what I'm doing now. So that was easy to do. Easy pattern, beginner friendly, definitely. Yeah, there's, I can't remember how many sizes, 4 maybe. I left my pattern upstairs. I've been knitting on this while I've been homeschooling, so it's getting, it's, you know, going fast. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, but I highly recommend that pattern. And I'm going to look at a different cowl in the future, so that'll be fun too. Okay, the next project I'm working on is my blanket. This is by Purl Soho, and it's the mitered corner square blanket. I am using Woodland Tweed by Knit Picks, and this is leftover yarn from my temperature blanket. I'm halfway. I was counting it up yesterday. And there's 12 rows total, and I've done 6, and I'm working on the 7th row here. So, and I'm about halfway done with the 7th row. So that'll be good. Now, my mom was here yesterday. Hi, Mom. And I spilled the beans and let her know that this is for her. So she's excited about it. And she likes to, when she's sitting on the couch, have a blanket over her legs. So this will be the perfect size. Again, I'm doing about 3 squares per day. So it's going along pretty good. You know, 3 days, 4 days. Well, some days I only do 2, but most of the time I'm doing 3. So it takes me about 5 days to do a row. So I had a goal of getting this done by Thanksgiving, and I think I'm on pace to do that. So that's exciting. And Mom was excited that she was getting a blanket. So, okay, let's talk about, oh, I have another blanket. This is the, hold on. This is a crochet pattern, and it's a chevron. I'll link the details for the pattern down below. It's free, and it's here on YouTube. So I've been crocheting about a repeat. So the color starts with the white and goes light pink and then dark pink. So I just do all 3. That's what I consider a repeat. And I do a 1 a day. Although I am a little bit behind on this. I haven't worked on it for a couple of days. So, yeah, that's coming along too. Okay, final project, and then I wanted to talk to you about Socktober, because we all know what happens in October is we knit a lot of socks. Okay, this is the Dandelion dress by Petite Knit, and I'm knitting this for my niece, one of my nieces, and I'm knitting the size 5. I did the Spokane Fleece and Fiber Festival 2 weekends ago, and so during those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I had a lot of time to knit on this, but I forgot my pattern at home both days. Both days. So I have done this dress multiple times, 4 to be exact. So I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing and where I'm supposed to be doing it. So the increases happen at the Dandelion, and then it's just knitting for so many rounds. And then you do a Dandelion and you knit for so many more rounds. 1 extra round per Dandelion increase. So I do need to pick up my pattern and just make sure I'm in the right spot at the right place. But I've knit several inches on this. I did 3 Dandelion increases and then the subsequent rows, which I think I'm at 12 rows now, and then I just did a Dandelion, so then my next one would be I need to knit 13 rows, if that makes any sense. Here it is. I'm still on my first skein of yarn. I do have 3 more to go because you're increasing a lot of stitches per Dandelion, so I will go through this fast now that the skirt is building very well. So yeah, there I am. It was fun to be knitting on this while at the festival at my booth, because people would come up and, oh, what are you knitting on? And I would show them, and then I'd ask them, what are you knitting on? And some people had knitting stuff that they were working on, so that was fun to talk about it. Specifically, I met a gal named Wendy, and she's local, well, local-ish here, and she was working on Andrea Mowry's new cowl, which is the Ooey Gooey cowl. So she was working on that. It was really pretty. I may want to do that one in the future. We'll see. I didn't really care for the pattern of the Ooey Gooey on the sweater, so I'm not going to knit that. But the cowl, you know, it might be okay, because it's not a big motif. It's little on a cowl. So, okay. That's what I have for this dress. And again, it's coming along. I have plenty of time to finish it. Well, I have a month. I have a month to finish it, because their birthday is the 1st of November. So, yes, and they all get their dresses, and then the little guy gets to have his vest. So it'll be fun. I'm really excited for them to get those. They're in my gift bin over there, and yeah, a fun project for this year. But I am excited to move on to something new and something different. So that's it for knitting and projects. I do want to talk a little bit about Socktober. So let's talk about that. I do plan to knit some socks this month. I've had a hiatus on socks, probably I don't even remember. I don't remember when I knit my last sock. So that's been too long. So I'd like to cast on several pairs of socks for Socktober and knit them and finish them by the end of October. So I wanted to talk about some patterns that I would like to do. Now, my mom was over yesterday, and she was wearing a burnt orange pair of socks that I had knit her, and I was looking, they peek up over her boots about 3 to 4 inches. So I was able to see the patterning on there, and I remembered that was a fun pattern. I loved knitting those socks. So I would like to knit them again. All right, I have my trusty pattern book here, and I need a new one. So I think I'm gonna go shopping this afternoon and pick up a new binder because I've got overflow. So I have knit these socks before within the last 3 years, but I really enjoyed knitting them at the time, so I'd like to knit them again. And the thing is, when I was knitting them before, I was focused on a project for my husband, and I was knitting him 24 pairs of socks through the year. And so I would knit a pair and then move on. Well, if I enjoyed a pattern, I didn't necessarily add that back in to knit. He has 24 different pairs of socks. Actually, he has a couple towards the end. I did vanilla socks because they're faster. And I was running out of time for Christmas, so I was trying to get them done fast. So I have a couple here. I'm going to put them on the screen. You can look at them. I don't remember if they were free or if I paid for them. I will make a note underneath if they were free, and I will link in the description down below the pattern link, okay? So the Woodland Walk socks is the first pair that I would like to do over again. And I knit these for my husband. I know, lace for a guy. I got a lot of flack for that, but he enjoys them. You know, they just fit in his socks. He never sees them, and it was fun for me to knit. Okay, this is the pair that my mom was wearing yesterday. It's called the Wish You Were Here socks, and I don't remember the designer, and it's not here on the front, but I'll post it here, and you can see it's a very simple patterning, but it's beautiful. And I did my mom's in the burnt orange, so it was a lot of fun. Very fallish colors. So yeah, I would like to one day knit the Squirrelysocks, and this is by Erna de Groot. I printed this off to knit for my husband for fall, and then it's all color work, like all color work. There's a color work pattern on the leg, and then you go into the foot and there's a color work pattern, and I ran out of time because color work takes a little bit longer to do with all the different, and I think this has at least 4 different colors, so that would have taken me a long time to do. I have time this fall, so I would like to get those done. I think they would be really cute. I've knit this pattern before, and it's called Autumn Fires. I don't know how to pronounce the designer's name, so I'll put it here, and I'll also link it below. This, I believe, was a free pattern, so that'll be fun to do again. Okay, I'd like to do one more for the month, and that is the old standby Hermione everyday sock. This is a pattern that is free, and the designer, this is a very popular pattern. I don't know how many people have knit this, but I've knit it at least twice. So it's a very easy pattern to do. It's a lot of fun, and I like the texture in the leg and the foot. So, okay, those are the ones I'm planning to knit for Socktober. I have most of my sock yarn I'm just going to pull out of my shop and use. So it's going to be dual purpose. One, a sample that I can post on my shop, so people know what the pattern's going to be looking like, what the pattern will look like on the sock. And then the other is I get to use my own hand-dyed yarn. So that's the plan. Okay, so questions for you. Are you joining in on Socktober? Are you knitting socks this month? And how many are you knitting? You know, even if you knit one, that's great. Join in. I envision knitting more than one pair, but you know, I have several things that I'm doing, so I may only get one pair done, but I will show you progress on it in my next episode, my next vlog, which will be in a couple weeks. So until then, happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy crafting. Bye for now.